It is time to prepare those index fingers because they are about to go through some intense training in the latest VR title from Supermassive Games, the Dark Pictures SwitchBack VR. And let me tell you, I was excited when I heard that Supermassive was releasing a new title with VR in mind. But when I found out that it was a real shooter, my enthusiasm took a bit of a nosedive. However, Supermassive Games was kind enough to give me an early look at the game, and in this video we will see if my initial thoughts about real shooters are verified. First things first, let's talk about the gameplay. As I mentioned before, this is a real shooter, which means that you are stationary while playing, and in SwitchBack VR you will be in a seated position. You will be riding through different environments in a roller coaster cart, and I have to say from the get-go I was quite amazed by the scenery and how it all looked. It looks, in some areas very misty, very dark with the OLED panels of the PSVR, so like the blacks are black. And yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. But of course, you are not just along for the ride. You will start with 2 guns in your hand and shoot as many objects around you as possible to score points. Mostly crates. Now, some objects with a yellow cross will earn you more points, and the goal is to get the highest score and beat your own high score. As well as, of course, get a spot on the global leaderboards. While on your ride, the devs have done everything to put you off track, with jump scares, crawling zombies and even some challenging boss fights later on that I found really quite challenging. You will be shooting your gun most of the time, and the adaptive triggers when shooting are a nice touch to the game. Now, during your ride you can find certain boxes that when shot will change one of your guns into an Uzi, shotgun or revolver for example. These guns have limited ammunition and will turn into handguns once depleted. And while the focus is more on the arcade-style shooter and environment details, the ride takes you through dark and creepy areas with the occasional jump scares. But was it scary? Well, I was strict in some jump scares, but most were very obvious. And while this is a very subjective opinion, I did not find the game that scary. And I think it was not meant to be a true horror game with, crazy stuff going on. The arcade shooter style is what is at its core here. Now moving on, let's talk about the visual fidelity. Everything looks great, but also looks kind of blurry in-game. There is quite a bit of ghosting going on, which doesn't ruin the experience for me, but might be noticeable to some. Also, the blurriness in some areas was annoying, taking me out of the immersion. As for the comfort, the game might not be the most comfortable for newcomers to VR, as you are sitting in a chair and the cart is moving forward, up, down, fast and slow. It's not really a roller coaster, you are not going into loops and it's not going very fast. The cart is moving slowly and at times is just stopping for weird dolls, for example, to come around, etc. Now, if you are prone to motion sickness, make sure to take breaks, as playing through it won't improve your experience. The game also makes use of other nice PSVR2 features like eye tracking and the haptic feedback in the headset, which adds to the immersion. I loved getting into like a room where it said don't blink, and there were like dolls all over the place, and every time I closed my eyes something changed in the area or something changed in the room, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait what the future will hold for the eye tracking of the PSVR2. And the same goes for the haptic feedback. Every time there is like a bloody hand you touch with the hand, you can feel the haptic feedback vibrating, and it's like someone is really touching your head. It's quite fun, I have to say. Now, at the end of a ride, you can see which route you have taken and the achievements you have achieved. You can try for another ride and beat those achievements, and from the main menu you can start all levels and beat the high score again. And with the paths you choose, sometimes there is like in every level you have to shoot like something, and that will decide if you go either left or take the right track. And so you can, take different routes as well. All in all, I quite enjoyed the game. Is it a genre I love? Not really, but what I can say is that this is the best real shooter out there that I have played. It is definitely a solid one, and I can see this game being a great addition to a family where you can compete with each other's high score. Do note, this is definitely not a game to buy for the story. This is a pure arcade shooter and that's it. And if that's your jam, then give it a go. If not, then this might be a game to stay away from. But regardless of whether you are a fan of horror or arcade shooters, one thing's for sure, you are definitely get a good workout for those index fingers. Now overall, I have to say, Supermassive Games, did a great job here with the Dark Pictures SwitchBack VR, and I can't wait what they will do in the future. And while it may not be the most groundbreaking game out there, it's still a lot of fun and definitely worth checking out if you are a fan of arcade-style shooters or just looking for something completely new in VR. And who knows, maybe this game will be the one that gets you hooked on real shooters. Now let's dive over to some gameplay here, and I will show you a quick look of a ride and explain you a little bit of what is about to happen in the game. Okay, so here we are in-game, and let me first of all tell you that the gun mechanics are very arcadey. So reloading is either just shaking your hand or pressing a button. And look at the mist over here. They have done that really well with the lightning effects over there. And as you can see, it is pretty dark here, and with the OLED panels of the PSVR2, it is dark. Okay, let me shoot these objects down as we can score some points here. And yeah, like I told you, is the game scary? Not really. Resident Evil Village, for example, is scarier, if you ask me. I love these these mist effects. They have done that really well. And the environments are also very diverse, so it is kind of a treat to play this game, I would say. And I am very curious to see what the game has in petto for me, as I have completed 80% right now, and I think... Oh, wait a second. So here we can decide if we want to go to the left or right. Let's go to the right here. Like I said, I've completed 80%, and I think you will need 4 or 5 hours to complete one run. Does that mean that you have finished the game? Not really. You can come back, you know, go for different tracks, either go to the left or right, and of course beat your high scores. Am I in love with the genre? No, I am not. But I can see people are. And I can tell you one thing, I've played quite a lot of real shooters on the computer, on the PSVR. Kind of shitty ones, to be honest. Simple ones. And this one is the best right now. So if you like this genre, it is, yeah, it's a pickup. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Ooh. See if a jump scare can catch me here. Little Hope. We have arrived. Entering Little Hope. What's happening? We're standing still, and the game does that a lot, so it's not that you are constantly moving up or down. So this is good for the comfort as well. You get nauseous. I'm sure something is happening. Okay, the game got me there. I'm sure if I look to the left right now, and to the right, and to the left, no, okay. Oh, something is... There we go. Damn, that light is nice. I love that light. Oh, someone is here on my left, and in my front, and on my left again, and in my front. I'm not sure what these are, zombies or... I have no clue. But we have killed them, and as you can see, in front of me is the score. We have now a ×2 bonus, and that changed into a ×1 bonus. So the more objects we shoot, that will make it a ×2, and so you can reach a ×10 even. You want to reach that, of course, to get most of the points here. Oh yeah, of course, I can't forget to shoot. You basically have to shoot the whole time, getting all of those objects here, those crates, those pots, that will gain you points. So again, your trigger fingers are in for some training. Here we can decide again, going to the left or to the right. Let's go to the right here, to the Black Cat Bar. Black Cat Bar. Boxes here. What's happening here? Steam. Feel that in the haptic feedback of the headset itself. A lot of bottles here that we need to shoot down. This will give us a lot of points, as you can see here, ×4 right now. Absolutely amazing. It's dark here. Something is about to happen. I am sure of it. 4,945 points. ×5. Let's keep that ×5 by destroying multiple objects here. Alright, there we go. What is behind that door? Let's see, destroy more stuff here. Some weird sound. The sound design is amazing. Here we go in. I need a flashlight. Hello? Uh-oh. Something is about to happen here, but I think you will have to play your game yourself. Bye-bye.